Phones away, let's go. So, alright, so once again, that over there, so I'm actually picking up my voice this time. Mama doesn't want to borrow it. Okay, Mama is against what he does, and she chastises from him. She criticises him. She says, "You're doing the wrong thing. You are you're misleading people and you're putting them in danger." So he also says, how do you become a faithful? You pray that the devil won't find you. Who's the devil? And so this is like a little bit of a metaphor again. Who's the devil? Gaddafi, yeah. The police, yeah. And why are they looking for us? Well, because it's their job. So again, that idea that you're always being watched, you're always at risk. I love Musa. He's a good man. I've described him as a lovely, calm man. He is honest, proud and warm. He is lovely with Suleiman. He looks after Suleiman very well. He does, he massages him. Yeah, Suleiman talks about this, that he always loves these massages that Musa gives. So when he's tired and when he's sore, that he will sit on his lap or that he will lie on the couch and Musa will give him a massage and make him feel better. This is important for Suleiman because his own father is absent so much. Yeah, I think so, definitely. And Musa does a good job, you know what I mean? Like he's there and he looks after him without sort of imposing himself as, that's right on time, and imposing himself in a bad way. So, and I've written here, so the house gets raided and it still doesn't click for this kid, idiot. Okay, so the raid happens and it still doesn't occur to him that, hey, you know, we're in danger here. Ustath Rashid and Suleiman distributed the leaflets. Remember the leaflets that they found everywhere? That are, you know, democracy now. Yep, so they distribute the leaflets. Baba helps him, and as a result, both men fall victim to the sun. His mother's reaction towards him following the raid is unfair. She pounces on him and humiliates him. Of course, the boy is scared, so he wets himself. Yeah, he wears in his pants because he's terrified. As, you know, I probably would myself if ASIO came through the front door. So his mother, rather than comforting him, humiliates him. What are you doing? You're making me lose my mind. You're disgusting. You stink. Get out of here. He's just been through an incredibly traumatic time. She needs to look after him. She needs to hold him close. She needs to make him feel better. But she doesn't. That night he dreams of Baba floating in the sea. She sleeps. Important to note too, Mama does not sleep in the same bed as Baba when he's home. What excuse does she give? Anyone know? She says that he snores. She tells, so Suleiman always asks, why don't you sleep with Baba? Why don't you sleep with Dad? And she says, oh, he snores really loud. But Suleiman's like, I've never heard him snore. And she's like, of course you haven't. It happens when you're asleep. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to be around him. She doesn't love him like that. So she sleeps separate from him. So it's a difficult relationship. Blah, blah, blah. So that's, yeah, we talked about before. So after the raid, they try and cover their tracks. They remove the picture of his father. His father used to hang in the dining room on a little hook. They remove the picture and replace it with a huge picture of Gaddafi. Yeah, you know, trying to prove themselves very patriotic. He takes the book but does not burn it, and stores it under his bed and feels guilty for doing it, but sort of does it anyway. One of the reasons perhaps why Suleiman is so ignorant is that they keep him in the dark. Like you were saying, where's Ray? Over there now. I was used to having to look around Charlie to see. You remember you were saying before that like they don't tell him what's going on. They don't tell Suleiman, you know, what's happening. They keep it secret from him. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's so ignorant. I think that what they should do is they should sit him down and say, listen, son, you know, Dad has done this thing and he's upset the guide. The guide is angry at your father. We have to be careful. Yeah? this is what's happening. This is why the police are here. You know, don't talk to anybody. Don't tell any secrets. It's going to be okay. But this is what's happening. But they don't. They don't tell him what's happening. He asks, what's going on? Why are we burning the books? The simple answer is, we're burning the books because they're illegal and they're going to get your father killed. You say that to him, then he doesn't tell anybody. He burns the book. He understands. But they don't. They keep it secret. The problem with this is, when she gets drunk, she tells him about everything. Like, I understand the idea, like, if you want to keep him safe and keep him young and not tell him anything scary, then maybe let's not get drunk every night and tell him scary stuff. You can't have it both ways. You either don't involve him in anything or you tell him everything. And if they tell him everything, I think it's easier. So Mama does not want to reveal what's happening. She tries to keep him in the dark, ignorant of the danger they face. Foolish, in my opinion. So, this is what Mama tells Baba. A great quote. Every time you write an essay, you should have some of this in there. Walk by the wall. Feed your family. Stay home. Let them alone. Look the other way. This is their time, not ours. Work hard and get us out of here. So she says, stay out of trouble, stay out of danger, work hard, we will escape. Don't stay here and change things. Because if you do, you're going to get us all killed. Let's work hard, let's escape. She says there's a massacre coming. A massacre in the making. She blames Musa for encouraging Baba. She says, you know, you keep on telling him you keep on encouraging him, it's bad, stop doing it. Blah, blah, blah. So this is really important. Really, really important. In fact, I'm going to put it in bold type because it's that important. Is it going to work? Oh, it's not going to work. Suleiman, by now, is aware that the book is dangerous. He's aware that it's bad and that it could compromise his entire family. It makes him itch with panic. Okay? Why doesn't he destroy it then? You can't answer. It's a rhetorical question. But he knows the book is bad, but he does not destroy it. He should destroy it, but he doesn't. So when he gives the book to the policeman, there's no excuse. He knows that it's a bad thing. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. So then he fights with Kareem. Okay, so the police raid his house and then they fight with Kareem. The thing that gets me too is that his own father is in trouble with the Revolutionary Guard, yet he humiliates Kareem about it. Yeah, your father's a traitor. His own father's a traitor. Like, surely they can be friends, you know? That's what I would do, because, they might not have dads for very long. So, yet he humiliates him with it. Shame makes him all the friends are around, all the friends, and then he's like, your father's a traitor. You know what I mean? And so Kareem's like, bang. Yeah. And then, that's not it. And then he says, how's the beloved? So how's your girlfriend? Kareem's got a girlfriend. And Kareem isn't happy with that. Understandably so. Particularly in a culture, where girlfriends and boyfriends and stuff is it's weird. It's not usual. It's odd how it all works. So it's a particularly big secret. Yeah? It's not like us. It's a secret, but for us it's not that important. For him, it's very, very important. This is the ultimate betrayal. The ultimate betrayal. He may as well go up to the police and tell them his mum's drinks. It's the same sort of secret. And he shouts it out. All right. We're getting there. Ustath Rashid is then interrogated on live television. And it's just sickening, just disgusting. And he does not give up Baba. does not give him up. That takes a lot of love. That takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength. What does Bubba do when Bubba's interrogated? Yeah, they say he sings like a bird. He tells everybody everything. And they still hurt him pretty bad. It's still bad. I often think, like, how would I go if I was tortured? Like, you always like to think that you're strong, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if like, I don't know, we had a bad government and, we were plotting to overthrow the government, we're trying to do good things, and we got caught, and they started to torture you. Would you be able to keep it? Would you tell them? It's a hard question, yeah? I like to think that I wouldn't, but I think that I would. Yeah? I don't know how many cigarettes I could have put out on my face before I just start telling everybody everything. Maybe 2. I don't know. Maybe not even that many. So, what Ustath Rashid does is amazing. And what's really interesting too is the way in which Suleiman responds to it. He doesn't say, I knew that this was courage, or I knew that this was loyalty. He says, I knew that this was the opposite of betrayal. So in his world, it's not about loyalty, it's about betrayal. People betray all the time. Everything is betrayed. People betray each other all the time. And so he doesn't see love, he doesn't see loyalty, he doesn't see courage, he sees betrayal. And so when Ustath Rashid does this, he doesn't say, I knew it was loyalty. He says, I knew it was the opposite of betrayal. Because that's what he's used to. Then that night she leaves the bloody gas, she leaves the gas on. Anyway, I can't get rid of it now. She leaves the gas on. And I've written here, is she trying to commit suicide and take him with her? That is possible. That she went to bed at night, she turns all the gas on, hoping that when they wake up in the morning, they will be dead. Then Sharif. So this is the name of the security guard, the Revolutionary Committee, the secret security. His name is Sharif. Parks at the front of his house. And he talks to Suleiman. And he says, unlike Mama and Moose, he answered all my questions. He didn't treat me like a child. And as a result, what does he do? He talks. Yeah. I have a book I heard myself say. I saved it from the fire. So what's this? Is this the opposite of betrayal? No, it is betrayal. And it's like he notice how he says, I heard myself say. It's like he distanced himself from him. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done something when you're like, what were you doing? And it just happened. So, I have a book I heard myself say. I saved it from the fire. And then he goes inside, and then they're on the phone. And what happens on the phone? Who's on the phone all the time? The secret police. So if you have a phone call in Libya, there are 3 people on the line. Yeah? You, the person you've called, and the son. Yeah? Interesting story. When my mother was really young, my grandma was very political. She was very politically active, and she did things like she organised one of the first abortion clinics in the state. She was very vocal on environmental rights, like, Greenpeace. She did a lot of stuff with Greenpeace. And their phones used to be tapped. So when my mum was a little girl, she'd be on the phone and you could hear the echo of people listening. So that's kind of cool. And then, you can tell it's really big because I've got like 1 million exclamation marks. The guy on the end of the phone says, stay, boy, talk to me, boy. Where are they? And what does he do? Yeah, he tells them. I'm so disappointed in you, Suleiman. Bad boy. So he gives away the headquarters. Tell me this. Come on, tell me the joke. No, all right, fair enough. Mama then goes to Ustaf Jafar and Masud. I think that's supposed to be a J, by the way. Not Gaffer. And she begs for her husband's life. Begs for it. She takes a cake, and in the end it works. This is a quote from Sharif to Suleiman. He says, "Your father was very cooperative. He melted like butter." So is Suleiman, is Baba a strong man? No. Then they hang Ustath Rashid on live television. Okay. They put him in the basketball court. The basketball court is full of spectators. He's crying. They make him confess. And then they hang him on TV in a stadium full of people. Suleiman notes that he didn't cry honourably, he cried like a baby. Which I think I would too. Yeah, I think it would be very scary. And I would be very sad. And so they push him up the steps on a ladder. They put the noose around his neck. They push him off the ladder. He strangles. He vomits. He pisses himself. And then people from the crowd come down the steps and pull on his legs to choke him quicker. So they join in. The people in the crowd join in. The people watching. So it's in the stadium, like it's in a stadium, like where you play basketball, and there's a big crowd, a lot of people watching. And they're all like, "Kill the traitor, kill the traitor." And then they hang him, and then they grab him and pull him down. And Suleiman says at this time that it occurs to him that as long as they were in Libya, they would never be safe from this madness. Yeah? I think after you watch something on TV like that, you think, this could happen to anybody. Anybody could end up behind the sun. And so they leave. Or he leaves anyway. They get him out, they get him to Egypt. Oh, excuse me. Stayed up till 12 o'clock last night doing this. I reckon it was about 11:32 I was writing these words. Baba comes home and he is so badly beaten, he is unrecognisable. Have you ever seen someone who's been badly beaten up? It happened to one of my friends once. And his face was like, so normally like this, yeah? Was like this. Everything swells up. You can't see. So your eyes all close over. So you can't see out your eyes. They all swell up like that. They're just big, puffy. His whole face was black and red from bruises and blood. And like his teeth, the teeth were gone. And like, it just swells up. You can't, it's scary. You open the door. So Baba hides. They hide Baba in the bedroom. They close all the curtains and they won't let Suleiman see him. But Suleiman goes outside to play, and Baba looks out the window and he sees his face. And he says, "Oh my God, that man's not my father." That's how badly deformed he is. But thankfully, he heals and, returns to normal. But he always has the scar where they put the cigarettes out. And so he gives up. he gives up the he gives up the political stuff. He stops. And this makes Mama very happy. She's now in love with him, and they have sex again, but she enjoys it this time. She loves him now. They send Suleiman away to Egypt, and eventually Karim forgives him and sends him a letter saying, Egypt. Where is Egypt? Was that your question, Sam? I can show you. Did you say ISIS? You know, what's the Chinese word? Aichi? Similar? Yeah. Yeah, top of Africa. Yep. Do you want to see how we get there from Box Hill? In case anyone's interested. And Libya is... Where is Libya? Oh, here. Well, I thought it was over here. No. I'm stupid sometimes, of course. Yeah, Libya's right next door.
Who has been sent to
Suleiman. They stay. Really? Wow. It's a part of the world. I mean, obviously, so this is Iran. This is where a separation was, and now we're just across here in Libya. So we're just trying to keep it. We're trying to keep it Middle Eastern, North African for you this year. And Egypt is not what I would call a democratically free and fair country, but it's safer than Libya. Yeah, it's still a dictatorship, even to this day, despite the uprising in Tahrir Square, which Suleiman would no doubt have been very proud of. Turkey. Where I'm from, my family, a little bit.
Where?
Greece. My grandfather was, and my grandmother was from Holland. Netherlands. Yeah. Yeah, it's a long time ago. What
language does
they speak Dutch. So it's Holland. They speak Dutch. So Cruyff, David Bergkamp.
Dutch is from Holland?
No. So the Netherlands, so it could be Holland. It's got lots of names. It must have the most names of all countries. Yeah. Holland, the Netherlands. They speak Dutch. Like that, I don't even know how they get that word from those two words. Right next to Germany. So similar to Germany, though they wouldn't like me saying that very much.
Germany is called Deutsch.
Deutschland. Yeah. Yep. And so Italy used to rule Libya. Libya used to be a Italian province when ancient Rome was controlling about that much of the world. Hungary, yeah. And that's it. That's it. So they send him to Egypt, and he, does well.
The border line is on a straight line.
What's that?
I mean, the border straight line is straight line.
Here?
Yeah.
Why is it so straight?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go to Libya. I wonder if we can go to Libya today. Do you reckon they're going to have straight view?
Which city are they?
They are in Tripoli, which is up here.
Just wondering.
There.
Yeah.
Top right.
I wonder.
There you go.
Hey.
You need to.
Wow.
Check it out. Modern technology. Look at the sun. The sun is everywhere. These men are walking beside the wall. That man's had a lot of sesame sticks today. So, look, the old cars. Oh, let's see. Maybe not.
WSD.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Let me...
Should we sign it up and start off next week?
Yeah. So, It looks like Iran, yeah? There's similar buildings to Iran.
I think it's the
Old.
probably.
That says, get stuffed Gaddafi.
Really?
Maybe. My Libyans know what it used to be.
Double key?
Back to let's try again. Maybe if I zoom right in.
How big is this strip?
Doesn't like it.
Can you see the forest? The park?
Let's see.
No.
Why won't you?
Only big city can do what move.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Like you can do that Melbourne, but you can't do that.
Yeah, I wonder. It also might be because, like, it's, you know, a
I mean,
no, it's really not, is it?
too many districts, so they Google just decide to use the technology of the city.
Lots of sort of medium-sized apartments. You know, the sort of big buildings.
Can we see the White House?
The White House. How about
With the Google Maps.
someone? Where in China? Where do you live in China? Let's go to China.
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Oh, you go to Beijing?
Too late.
Even see the city. It's missing.
Are we allowed? Does China have Google Maps?
Maybe.
Some.
Shanghai.
Can we go to Charlie's house? Where do you live? Oh, that sounds like a
See, I'm not sure. I reckon you maybe not.
Maybe not.
Where's that? Ah, I think what's that?
Where's that?
See, I don't know. I reckon we should be able to do it. If I do that in Melbourne. No. Well, it's going to Maui. I'll show you my old house in the country.
Oh, so far.
Yeah.
Do you live there now?
No,
Are
no.
you Australian?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
It's good. But you get from only one.
That's like everyone in Australia's like that. Almost everyone will have grandparents from somewhere else.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
McDonald's.
Where's my house?
We can't do that.
So we can do that. See, I reckon you see how we can. The streets are lit up. Where did I live? Yep. So that's where I used to work.
We watching you.
And
Can we see your photo if lucky?
Oh.
there, my old house.
That one?
Yep. This one here.
Oh yeah. So we.
Quite nice.
Yeah, yeah. Like we didn't own it. We rented it. But yeah.
Still yours.
Do you live with anyone else?
I used to live with two guys from work, yeah. Two guys I used to work with, and now I live with my mum and dad. And I feel like I'm 16 again. Hey, with the graffiti on the fence. Hey. So, like, someone give me an address in Shanghai, and we should, like, let's see if we can go there. Because I reckon maybe there's.
Maybe go to my old school.
Okay, what's it called?
Okay, let me search. It's Beijing. Hai Din, yeah, Hai Din, yeah.
This one?
Yes, yes, that one. It's like the biggest suburb that have the oldest school and stuff.
Cool.
Not the mountain, no, that's the wrong picture.
Wrong
But I
picture.
don't know
That's where
Yeah? You lived in the Summer Palace.
Huh?
Summer Palace.
Yeah. Or maybe
Then we don't need to buy a ticket to read it.
Yeah. Alright, I reckon we can walk on this. See? No Google Maps in China.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't allow you to do that.
Yeah. Only Weibo Maps. Alright, what else can we do? So, I know that some of you will not have finished reading the book yet. Can you please read it, please?
We will.
Thank you. You can totally use those notes that are up there, they're for you. I'll do them for you. A couple of weeks away. So let's look at that. That's a good point.